Hello, Mark, Todd, Marita. It's Darren, and it is now Tuesday. Well, it's actually, yeah, Halloween. Today's Halloween. Wanted to just send you an update on Mark's layout. Obviously, by the video, you can tell that trains are running. Well, I have one train running right now. It could run multiple trains. I just brought one for test. So over on the left-hand side here, you can see the 6 tracks and various buildings laid out. This is going to be the storage yard where you could store the 6 trains, run 2 at a time, and or more if you wish. But that gives you a way to put a bunch of trains on the track and not have to keep putting them on and off. You can put them on and park them, and that's great. So this is sort of the perspective as you would walk into the room, with sort of the city on the left-hand side. There's the power plant and a loading dock, a small little neighborhood in the back of houses and so on. This is going to be a little bit of a city scene with an underpass that goes through to the other side. This structure here is in the wrong place. It actually goes over here. This is the engine house area and the fueling rack and so on. There's a industry here, and there'll be another industry over here. Train's going to come underneath here. Then over on this side is kind of what I would call a little more rural. I don't have any of the depot structures here, but the depot is going to go in this area right here. Of course, there's an old town here, water tower, and so on. The old motel is going to go along with an abandoned bridge over the railroad tracks. There's the feed mills here, and on the far side, on the other side, is going to be the grain elevator. We'll kind of walk around that side and just take a look. There is some spurs to park cars, although reaching this is going to be pretty tricky in its current location. But at least the industries are here and represent what's going on. I thought this would be kind of a fun little old town, use up some of the structures. The building that looks like it's being torn down I used, and the fire station, and a couple of other ones. I like these little tiny buildings here on the edge of town, so you have kind of a neat perspective looking through the town. Let's see what other interesting things. The fascia on the front, of course, is completed, so that'll be eventually painted kind of a dark green color so it won't contrast with the rest of the scenery. Obviously the scenery forms are in place now. There's a place where the road comes underneath the bridge, and we'll go out either this way towards the hotel or the other way through town. There's kind of a lower ravine in here that I'm going to put a little waterway, which I thought would be kind of cool. Let's see, what other fun things to talk about. So the layout is basically progressing forward. I had some problems with getting supplies, turnouts particularly. It took me a long time to get all the turnouts. You can see there's a lot of curved turnouts. And I think overall there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8. I think there's like 22 turnouts on the layout. And a surprising amount of flex track. I think I went through almost 2 cases. There's about 50 pieces of flex track, so there's about 150 feet of track on the layout. So that's the update for right now. I'll get this sent off in an email here this afternoon, and look forward to any comments you might have. I would say that I'm a little bit behind in the construction time only because I had to wait for some supplies, and we'll forge on as much as we can here soon. The one thing I wanted to remind you of is that we're going to need to figure out how you want to handle your control system. I'm going to wire it so it's ready for DCC, but you'll have to get a hold of the DCC system if you haven't already. And there'll be a need for the 12-volt power supply, whether it's an old transformer or something, to run all the switch machines. So that's what's kind of on the docket next. So, all right, well, let's run and talk to you sometime later on. Thanks again. Bye-bye.